Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Evening Show right here on Smash FM. Of course, here on a Friday here in Melbourne in the first week of May. But of course, normally we'll be on the road at the moment, but especially going down to Akarina. But obviously with the COVID-19 situation, we're unfortunately doing this from doing it a different way this time because we've got two of our ambassadors from the Doncaster Templestowe Swimming Club. Of course, both of these two in particular have are in, of course, got selected in the Swim Victoria Performance Pathways program, and both join us right now. Anthony and Charlie joins us. Thanks both of you for joining us.
Thank you.
Obviously, a pretty different time at the moment, obviously with no swimming at this stage, but we'll talk a bit about that a little bit later on. But for both of you, this must be exciting news to know that obviously both of you are part of the Performance Pathway program at Swim Victoria.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited to be a part of it. It was a goal of mine last year to make it, so it's good to kind of fulfill that goal. Even though I didn't get to swim at nationals, which probably would have given me maybe like the selection would have said, "Oh yeah, you're 100% selected." It was good to know that like they had faith in me to be able to like still be up there with like a few of the other better swimmers in Victoria.
Same with me, because like last year I got in during short course because I was racing a year younger because like my birthday was right before short course. And then this year I wasn't sure if I was going to get in because I was racing against all the older kids, and I just managed to get in.
Both of you, what was the process to get into this Performance Pathways program? For our listeners out there or viewers out there, have no idea what it is.
So for particularly my age group, so it's like I think 14 to 18 is the male, like that's the age limit. When you swim at nationals, if you make a final, I think in one event at least, then you are selected for the team. So that's why I was kind of a bit bummed out not being able to go to nationals because I thought I wouldn't have been able to make the team. But without nationals on, I wasn't really sure why we got selected. Like I think it was maybe if you medaled in a few events at states or you finaled in quite a few events. So I think that's what the selection process ended up being.
Yeah, and for mine, it's the age group is 12 to 13, and you need to get top 3 at states or for all the events except for the 2IM and 4IM. We have to come top 4.
Normally, I think we'll be almost well and truly past nationals, almost by now. If obviously this pandemic didn't happen, of course, I know that both of you were preparing for that, along with obviously our other two ambassadors in Georgia and Chloe. I guess when you had the news that nationals were cancelled, what was both your reactions to it?
I wasn't really shocked because I was kind of preparing for it to happen. I saw other competitions that I was going to race at prior to that being cancelled, and then I saw that Olympic trials were cancelled, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, nationals will be next. So when it did get cancelled, I wasn't really that surprised. I was just a bit bummed out because I was hitting a peak and I'd had a promising competition maybe 3-4 weeks out of it. So I was thinking I would have gone there and I would have swum pretty well because, yeah, I'd been conditioned pretty well. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much the same with Anthony. Even though I'm not old enough this year, I was just like going to see what was like, because there's some of the boys in my age group that were going to race at nationals this year, and I wanted to see how they're going to perform. And then, yeah, it was kind of a shock to find out that nationals was cancelled, but it was kind of expected as well.
This news that obviously happened during the week, obviously with both of you being selected in the Performance Pathways program, how did both of you take the actual news, and what did it mean to both of you now that you're both in the program together?
Oh, I just finished a swim session in my backyard pool. So I was just swimming with a stationary like belt that I've bought so I can keep training a bit. And I just hopped out and Mum told me. So I was like pretty excited. And now like during our gym sessions and stuff, when I feel like I'm going to stop, I kind of think, oh no, I've got that to look forward to. That's got to be like raring to go for those training sessions and stuff. So I think it's motivation as well to be like fit for those sessions. So
Yeah. Same with Anthony. I was over at a friend's house, but and I was gonna go for a swim in their pool, and then my dad tells me that we're gonna still have the performance program running over Zoom. So I was pretty enjoyed for that. Something to look forward for.
Now, obviously, with no pool swimming at your at Arena, training and all that, what have both of you been doing to sort of keep that motivation going, and obviously, hopefully, be able to get back in the pool and race again?
I think just being thinking about next year's goals, or even short course that could possibly still happen. Just having my goals in my mind and writing them down, knowing what I'm kind of striving for, like just going for bike rides every day, or at least trying to, and then going for a swim in my pool, and then we have our gym session every day with our whole squad. So that also kind of keeps me motivated, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and also just keeping fit through our club Zoom sessions and going for bike rides. So once we can go into the pool again, we'll hit the pool, and we'll be going way better than our competition, hopefully. Because from what I've heard is that not all the other clubs have started doing Zoom as early as we have. We started doing Zoom pretty much as soon as the COVID crisis started.
I know it's a very community-oriented club, Doncaster Templestowe, and obviously with all this going on, how good is to see each other in Zoom, even though you can't really see each other in person?
For me, it's all right. I still see Cody because we go on bike rides together because he lives near me, and I also see my other mates that I kind of miss because every second weekend we go on a really big bike ride together. But it's still good to see them, even on the Zoom calls and stuff. But also just making sure that we're FaceTiming each other during the week outside of the Zoom calls. It's good to just keep in touch with each other.
Yeah, pretty much the same as Anthony. Just getting to see how we are all going, individually, and seeing how the others are going, and yeah.
I'm assuming that both of you, by going by the post, obviously both of you are the only two at the club that got selected in this. I guess I'll mention how special was it and how important is it to both of you, but how good is it to sort of, what did it mean to the club in particular to have both of you being selected in this Pathways program?
I think it's important to the club because we're representing the club because there's a whole bunch of other clubs and coaches from other clubs that are there at the sessions watching us, and we just get to represent the club at these training sessions.
Yeah, Charlie put that well. I think it also represents what Mark has been doing with us and how well he's trained us. So I guess it also represents his work. So I think he'd be proud of us as well.
You've just achieved, and especially with this amazing announcement, which we would like to congratulate both of you on. Have both of you really sort of reflected on how, I guess, the pathway to where you've got to now, and now being selected into this amazing Performance Pathways program, and have both of you sort of reassess now your goals in the sport?
Mine have kind of still stuck the same, just kind of being consistent in all my races at state comps, and then next year being able to try and final at nationals and medal possibly at nationals. I think this is going to give me more of an opportunity to kind of fix up some things that I don't really have time to fix up at training. So maybe technique work, or even working on my dives, and just maybe learning from other coaches as well instead of just being with one coach. So I guess it'll be good for me and it will help in my development.
Yeah, same with Anthony. You learn from other coaches that are there, and you get to experience lots of different things.
I've already got a message from one of our listeners saying, how's our other two ambassadors going? Have both of you spoken to Chloe and Georgia, and how are both of them going?
Well, we see him on the Zoom call every day. Georgia got a fringe, which is really funny. That's funny. But yeah, I think they're all right. They're doing all right. I know Georgia moved out of her house that she was living at. She was living close to me, but now she's moved further away. But yeah, I haven't really kept in touch with them. And I'm not that close with them, but we're still good mates.
Obviously, with the uncertainty of when everything's going to come back, do either you have any competitions or events that you're sort of working towards once we get out on the other side of this? Obviously, other than being part of this Performance Pathways program?
We might. It depends when we get out of isolation. If we get out of isolation by like maybe the next month or two, we will probably be aiming for short course states in the September. But if it's any later, we might have to aim for long course states or even nationals next year.
Yeah, same as Charlie. I'll be bottom age for short course states, so maybe could give me a chance to get a medal or two. So, but yeah, it depends when we get out of quarantine because states for short course is around August, September. That's yeah.
Obviously, with the short course season, doesn't obviously been cut well short at the moment, and obviously long course is coming up in the summer. I guess, what do either you prefer, the short or the long course?
Probably prefer short course because like I get to race an age group down because I get my birthday's like right after short course, so I get to race like the younger kids that are in the age group below me, but there's still some that are really fast in the age group below me. But yeah, definitely short course.
I have like even competition at short course and at long course, so I wouldn't really base it on competition. I enjoy racing short course, like in the indoor pool, 25 meters. But the 200 backstroke short course kind of hurts, so I don't know. I think maybe long course I'll go for it. Yeah.
Now we'll finish off with two final ones. Now, other than obviously swimming, obviously school as well. I guess have either you got involved with this new, and I mentioned a couple of times prior to this isolation thing that have either you got more involved in the TikTok side of things?
I've been spending a lot more time on it. I haven't personally been making any. I know a few of my mates have though, and that's a laughing stock. But yeah, I haven't been making any.
Yeah, same with me. I've just been like watching a couple whenever they pop up, and yeah, I don't have it myself, but my mates, some of them have them.
Has anyone done more TikTok at the club since we last spoke?
Milton's been posting a bit more. That's all I can think about. I don't know with the girls because I don't really follow any of the girls. But I know Blake's been getting on the TikTok. He's made a few. We all get around Blake's TikTok, so yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was the answer that was mentioned before as well in the last interview. And of course, we'll finish off with this one last one, which I always finish off. I guess how special is to have the support of especially Smash FM as, I guess, supporting both your pathways?
It's good because we can talk about what we love and what we enjoy, and also like we talk about our achievements with you. So that's pretty special. Yeah, and we know you have our backs and stuff, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, we have like someone to talk to about with like our achievements and just like stuff going on in our lives, really. It's good to talk about it.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us and especially giving us an update on your amazing selections that both of you achieved. Fantastic effort. Be involved in the Swim Victoria Performance Pathways program and especially tell us all about it. And best of luck, obviously, for the remainder of the hopefully not long on the isolation part. And hopefully we can see both of you back in the pool very soon once this whole thing is over and done with.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
No worries, and that's Charlie and Anthony there from the Doncaster Templestowe Swimming Club, and of course both of them are ambassadors along with, of course, Chloe and Georgia. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away.